And good morning. It's 7:04 on this Wednesday, June 1st. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Hello, everybody. We welcome you on a Wednesday, a wonderful Wednesday to our program. And I must say it's wonderful to have Bob McDonald in studio with us this morning to have a good conversation here and talk about Cedar Stone Bank, Lebanon, Mount Juliet, Donaldson, Simple Banking, Simply Better. Good morning. And what is going on in your world?
It's great to be with you and good to see you. And came in this morning and was greeted by Susie, and that was very nice. And then I made my rounds to see MJ and Billy, and now here I am with you. So
yes,
it's off to a great start.
Well, I want to know about your Memorial Day weekend. Was it a nice one?
It was. It was very nice, and we had a lot going on. We had a lot of activities and with friends and family, and as we respect and remember and those who our veterans who we remember on that day. So it's always a nice weekend to do that, to remember all those wonderful people.
Well, we get back into the swing of things, of course, yesterday. Tuesday after a Monday holiday seems like a Monday. But,
it does.
And already we're in the hump day,
I
middle
know.
of the week.
It kind of starts the week out odd. You know, you feel like you feel like it's Monday all day on Tuesday, but you finally catch up by about noon.
Yeah.
But it's we're having some good summer weather for a change, and that's nice. And I was talking with Susan about you this weekend. We were talking about having some nice weather, and you know, it's been a chilly, rainy spring.
Yeah.
You know, March and April and May, the first part of May was the same way, but looks like we might be getting some of that good summer weather coming.
Yeah, the plants out there are growing now.
Yeah.
The sun really causes them to grow fast and large.
We also not to ask for something, but we were having dinner the other night, and we had just some great vegetables, and we had some great okra. And I said, "Where does this okra come from?" She said, "It came from Coleman." So she froze it last year. So when you get some okra and tomatoes and squash, don't forget your old buddy over there at 900 West Main Street.
They're all planted, and they're looking pretty good.
Okay, I bet they are, but they were wonderful about 3 nights ago. The okra was that we had saved.
That should bring out a great shout out to Susan
Yeah.
this morning.
Well, but we're doing well, Coleman. We're staying very busy there at the bank. We're starting to see with school being out, we're starting to see our lobby is less busy because people are on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing other things. So, but we're remaining very busy, and we talk a lot about interest rates, about how interest rates are up, and the purpose of that, of course, is to cool inflation. But we are seeing a slowdown in certain things, but it's still a very good economy out there. Rates, although they're up, are still very good, so it's still a good time to. I mean, if you need to buy a car or buy a house or borrow money for a good reason, like buy business equipment, I mean, it's still a very good time for that. The rates are still good, so let's not lose sight of that.
Yeah, rates are still attractive, maybe not hardly as much as they were a couple of months ago, but it's still a good time. And if you look at the horizon and you think ahead a little bit here, I think inflation has caused us a little bit more concern than they thought it was going to 18 months ago.
That's right. Indeed it has. I think when all this inflation first started surfacing, the term used by economists and by the Fed was transitory. It was a transitory, meaning a short-term inflationary situation, that we were transitioning out of it and into it, but that's not proven to be the case. It has proven to be a little longer term, but I think there's some indication that the Fed will raise again when they meet by another 0.5 point, and that will continue to slow down the economy, but not to a point where it'll be a standstill. Most folks don't expect us to get into a recession, and so let's just keep positive and be thinking that things will slow down, but that's okay too. We need to sort of reset this economy.
Well, our local economy seems to be good, and sales tax reports have been good. People are still spending money. And that brings us to what we always talk about before you leave, because it's just not right to do a commercial for Cedarstone Bank and not talk about free checking.
That's right, exactly. And Coleman, we're still opening up a lot of these accounts because it's very important. You hear me say that we want folks to be able to bank with us in any way that they choose. Coleman, some people choose to want to come into the bank and have paper checks and cash checks and deposit their check, and we're delighted to serve in that way. We're also delighted to serve with technology. We have the finest technology. You can do your banking with us electronically via the telephone or via the computer. You can bank with us via your cell phone. So you can bank with us in any way. And so there's not one service that we cannot offer that any other bank is offering that is from a technology standpoint. So we invite your customers who don't bank with us now that they can come bank with us, and they can come see our nice offices and our terrific people, or they can bank with us via our great technology.
All right. Well, great to be with you today, and I hope you have a great rest of the week, and we'll do it again next Wednesday.
Thank you, Coleman. Look forward
All
to
right.
it.
Bob McDonald, President, CEO, Cedarstone Bank, Lebanon, Mount Juliet, Donaldson, Simple Banking, simply better. We're 10:30 after the hour. This is the first Wednesday of the month. It's the first of the month, June 1st, and we always, nearly always, have a program from the UT Extension Office on the first Wednesday, and that is no different today. Morgan Beatty is here. Good morning.
Good morning.
And how are you?
I'm a little tired this morning.
Okay.
But I'm
okay.
No, I'm good. I'm really good.
Well, it is good to see you, and we've got Leah Piper. Good morning, Leah.
Good morning.
And how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. Are you better than Morgan?
I guess. Just really tired. I had coffee already.
Yeah, I haven't had my coffee yet.
Well, between the two of you, we're going to have a lively discussion between now and 7:30 this morning. Well, you want to talk about Memorial Day weekend? Seemed like I saw you you have something on Facebook over the weekend.
Yeah,
you went somewhere.
I went home. Home. I say home, but my extended family is from the Pickett and Overton County areas, and so I go. Me and my parents and my grandparents have a long-standing tradition now that we go and decorate, all of our family graves. So we go to like 13 different cemeteries in 1 week.
Overton County.
Overton and Pickett, yeah.
Livingston and
Birdstown. Yep.
Okay, all right.
Yep. My mom's side of the family is all from the Rickman area in Overton, and my dad's side of the family is all from Pickett County.
Oh, okay.
So, or somewhere in between the two. So.
Well, you got anything to add to that about Memorial Day, Lee?
No, I was in the hayfield loading square bells.
You were what?
I was in the hayfield loading square bells. So
Well, I hope it was good.
we got it done.
But it's not all that fun sometimes.
No, it's
Well,
warm.
what's going on with y'all?
Well, I think the biggest thing is camp. We didn't get to go to camp last year or the year before, so we haven't been to camp since 2019. And this year it's wide open and we're camping.
So you mean there's been 2 years, last year and the year before, 20 and 21, when there was not a 4-H camp?
Not an overnight 4-H camp.
Yeah.
Last year we did a day camp,
Yeah.
and we're doing that again this year. But this is the first year since 2019 that we've got to go to overnight camp. So
Well,
it's exciting.
there's something about the overnight camp, isn't there?
Yes, yeah. Leah's never been.
No, I never
She started-
camped when I was little, and due to COVID, I've never camped when I was
Yeah,
an agent.
she started in the fall of 2019, and then 2020 hit, so she hasn't got to go to camp yet. So
Well,
we're excited.
I'll bet the one that it's the most, the people remember the most is their first one, when the first time that they're staying away from their parents by themselves at camp overnight. Am I
Yes.
close to right?
Oh yeah, for sure. That was my experience. My sister and I were talking about that last night because we're all, everything is all about camp right now. But we are, we're excited and yeah, as a kid, that was probably my first time away from home without my parents.
When is the camp?
Our camp is June 27th through the 1st. So at the end of the month, the end of the month. And today is the last day to sign up. So that's
Okay.
why today is really important.
That's what I
June
was
1st.
thinking of next, because you do have to plan this a little bit ahead of time.
Yes.
You got to know how many to expect and to prepare for and plan for.
Yeah, because we got to reserve the buses and
Yeah. Well, how many
things.
approximately? Is it okay for me to ask that? I'm wondering how many you're going to have.
right now we have about 60 signed up to go to overnight camp. We've got 80 something coming to our day camp in a couple weeks too.
So they're
it's a lot
two
of-
separate things.
Yeah.
Can you do both?
Yep. Absolutely.
You got some that'll be doing both.
Probably. I
Oh.
think there's a handful that are doing both.
Okay. Anything you want to add to that before we go to a break here?
No, it's wide open. I'll say that, and we've had a lot of traffic in and out of the office trying to get everybody signed up. So it's
Yeah,
been
today's
it's been
last
very
day, so it'll be
busy.
crazy.
And you two are, I'm taking, are primarily responsible for these two events.
Yes.
You're who the parents are going to look at if something goes wrong.
Yes, but we don't want to talk about that because nothing's gonna go wrong.
No,
Well,
nothing's going
hopefully-
wrong this
hopefully
year.
it's going to be a
good.
great time. But it is overall it is a wonderful experience.
Yes.
You've been there and done that, and so and an opportunity for a child to grow, new horizons, so to speak. Right?
Yes, I love camp. Big, really big into camp. I lived at camp for 3 summers actually. When I was in college, it was my summer job. So I went to camp and then I volunteered and went as like a leader, and then I lived at camp for 3 years, and now I get to go as an agent. So I've been every way possible.
All right. It's time for us to take a break. This is Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. This update brought to you by Absolute Kubota Red Max. Complete inventory of weed eaters, blowers, hedge trimmers for the commercial user and homeowner with up to a 4-year warranty. 1506 West Main. Now with traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Traffic's on the increase on 109 coming through Wilson County, getting up onto the interstate there at I-40. Still looks pretty good right now as far as really bad interstate accidents. Now, we did see a couple of wrecks. Glen Rose at East Thompson Lane and also Hobson Pike and Murfreesboro Pike. Hopefully, we'll be out of there in just a few minutes. Some radar down I-40 coming in from Hickman County into Dixon County. Hey, Gatlinburg Wine Cellar, it's home of the world-famous cotton candy wine. Check them out today at GatlinburgWineCellar.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Gregory Dental Group in Lebanon is a family dental practice located across from Vanderbilt Wilson County Hospital. They offer cosmetic procedures, dental implant services, and now featuring new digital dentures. Premium dentures in just 2 appointments. No insurance, no problem. Call about our discount plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Derek Gregory. In my office, you can count on compassionate staff who will truly listen to you, take the time to get to know you, and discuss your personal needs. I look forward to meeting you.
Gregory Dental Group, 444-0322, West Medora Parkway across from Gibbs Pharmacy.
Coleman and Company, thanks for joining us here on a Wednesday, June 1st. We're featuring the UT Extension Office, and today we have Morgan Beatty and Leah Piper with us. And the topic so far has pretty much been the 4-H summer camp. And we didn't get into some of the details, but one of the big things is today is the last day to sign up for this. And it's going to be, actually, you got 2 of them. Now, is this the deadline for both the day camp and the overnight camp?
Yep, day
Yeah.
camp and overnight camp.
Today.
Today's deadline.
And I believe you said the day camp will be first.
Yes, it's
a week
June
or so.
13 through 15.
Week or 2
At the
before the other one, and
fairgrounds.
the other one is the last week of this month and the 1st of July.
Yep.
1st of July, I believe, is on a Friday, so that's when
Yeah.
camp would end, right?
Yep, that's when
Okay.
it ends.
All right, we got it. But what's involved in signing up?
And just come by the office. Since today's the last day, I would say come by the UT Extension office. We'll get you the paperwork that you need, and go
Can you
from
do
there.
it online?
You can go online and do it, and you can actually pay online, and there's a link for that. So you can go to the website. It's like UT Extension. I think isn't it wilson.tennessee/pay camp.
Do
I
most
think.
people, though, just come by and get the paper and fill it out?
Yeah, that's the easiest
the
way to do it.
office.
We've got the packet already printed out and ready. We have a copy machine that we can copy the like things that we need, like the pictures and
Well,
insurance
let's
cards and
talk
stuff.
about that week just a little bit. Where is camp, by the way?
The overnight camp is in Crossville at the Clyde M. York 4-H Center. And the day camp is here in Lebanon at the fairgrounds.
Day camp will be here in Lebanon.
Yep.
Where?
At the fairground, the
Oh.
Ag Center.
Okay, all right. Okay, if you're doing the overnight camp, you get on a bus on a Monday and take off.
Yep, we get on a bus and it's a, I don't know, an hour and a half to 2 hour ride up to Crossville.
Right.
We're there from Monday until Friday.
So
And we-
there's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 4 nights.
Yep, 4 nights. And yeah, and they get to do a lot of things while they're there. There's a pool with a water slide. There's a lake. A zip line goes across the lake. There's shooting sports.
What would you say is the most enjoyed and most participated in activity? Would it be swimming?
Probably swimming, the water pool or the water slide, and the diving boards.
Yeah.
Definitely the swimming.
Does anybody fish?
Yes, there's a fishing pond that they keep stocked. That's just for fishing. I think you can fish at the lake too, but they've got a fishing pond for the fishing at camp.
Now you have boys and girls. Mm-hmm. Are there any activities that are exclusively for girls or exclusively for boys? Or everything?
Nope, everybody can do everything.
Everybody participates
Yeah.
together. Yeah.
I would say, in general, you can find the boys. If you just showed up at camp, you'll find the boys playing basketball or playing gaga ball. Yeah, sometimes some girls too, but the boys are going to be playing basketball, and the girls will be either at the pool or.
Okay.
Something
One
like that.
other thing I'm wondering about how organized is this? In that, I mean, are there times when you have to be playing basketball or you have to be participating in some craft or something, or do you just turn loose to do whatever you want to?
A little bit of both. It's a very like free and flexible schedule. Everyone gets up. It's hard to try to explain it, but everyone gets up in the morning and we all go to flag raising. Then we all go to breakfast. So everyone's doing that. And then there's like 2 hours of recreation period where they get to decide what they want to do. So they can play basketball for 2 hours, or they can try to like hit a lot of different things, or, just be at the pool or whatever. Then we all go to lunch. And then there's a few hours in the afternoon that's just recreation period again. They get to decide what they want to do. And then we all go to dinner. And then after dinner, it's like camp activities that we're all doing together, whether it be like a campfire and s'mores, or one night is like field games that we all play together. One night is a talent show. And then the last night is a dance.
So you're talking about 55, 60, 65 young 4-Hers. What are their grades?
4th, 5th, and 6th grade.
Okay. So a good time, no doubt.
Yes, and we will be there with like, I don't know, 6 or 7 other counties at the same time. So in all at camp, there will be about 400 or 500 kids there.
Okay, I got it. I
Yeah.
got it. Leah, we're not letting you say much. You didn't go to camp when you were younger,
No, I have no camping experience.
but you've had some since then, right?
Yes, I have had to go to camp and become certified in a whole slew of things and learn all about the camping process. I just haven't ever stayed overnight there, and that's about to change.
Do you like camp? I mean, this as part of your job.
I guess.
Obviously,
I've never
there's-
done it,
Oh, okay.
so I don't know, but I would say
Okay.
it sounds
all
like
right,
it's
I
going to be
forgot.
fun.
Well, you're going to have a great experience.
Yes, we'll be
Yes.
busy for sure.
We're gonna have a good year. No rain, no
Well-
thunderstorms. It's gonna be great.
There are probably we could go the rest of the time here talking about that, but there may be some other things you're you're involved in here. But again, today is the deadline, and what, 4 o'clock maybe, or?
Yeah, 4:30 probably is when our office closes.
If you want to go, you got to get your application in, and you got to pay by today too.
Yes.
Okay, by 4:30, let's say today, at the office out
Yep.
here on Badua Parkway,
Yep.
or online.
But
At
or online.
You better have done something by 4:30.
Yeah, for
might
our
be
office
left
closes at 4:30.
All right. What else are y'all involved in? What's summer's just getting started, really. School just
It
went
is.
out last week, I guess, was last week's school. And I think Friday was report card day for around here. So the summer vacation's just begun.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
A lot going on in our world.
So we have the Central Region Horse Show that fires up tomorrow, and we have a good amount of kids that are showing in it. So I'll be down there tomorrow and Saturday watching our kids show and helping work the show. And then our county beef show is
Next
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday evening at the Ag Center. And we have a sewing camp. We have a seamstress from Hallmark coming to work with our sewing project group that's going on Wednesday. And then we have the state 4-H horse show that's directly after all that. So it's really starting to fire up hard, and that's just in the month of June before camp.
Do y'all have a period of downtime in the summer? I mean, for
No, not
the
really.
school children, it's their vacation time, but they're going to camp, then they'll have a week to do something else or whatever. But you're pretty busy, and then you got the fair to prepare
Oh, my
for in
gosh,
August,
yeah.
right?
I'm not ready to think about the fair yet. It takes up the whole month of August. It's a great month of August though.
Well, what is this summertime you really look forward to because you're so busy,
I
or
do,
did you
think.
I mean,
dread-
I look forward to it because you're out
It's
of the
different.
office more, and it's different. And so I grew up with livestock, so I'm at all the livestock shows doing all the things that I grew up doing. So I do look forward to it.
I
a
do
little bit
think
more.
I think probably July is slower, I think, than June. June is really busy because of all the camps and things. But July, we kind of have a little bit. We're both taking off the week after camp to make up for the whole week of camp. So we'll have a little bit of vacation.
What you going somewhere?
No,
No, resting. Huh?
I'm just resting. It's
What
for the
about you,
July
Leah?
week.
I will be doing the same thing. I'll be staying home, trying to get caught up on everything. So, but no.
What's the year look like so far? Has this been a good 4-H year now, and a good year for the
Yes.
two of you?
Yes.
I think so. I think it's been great. Of course, coming off of 2020 and 2021, I think that anything would look like really, really good as it kind of like starts moving faster. But I think it's been a great year. We have had a lot of judging teams this year. We have a lot of kids showing in, she mentioned horse and livestock. And then we just have a lot of kids that are participating in things like portfolios and going in to give speeches and demonstrations and things like that.
Is there as much enthusiasm to, let's see, you said the fourth grade, is that where it starts? With the fourth graders that's coming along, do you see as much enthusiasm from them as you did maybe a few years ago and before COVID and this sort of thing?
I think so.
I think so. We had like our wildlife group we just had our contest a few weeks ago, and we had 18 4-H members go to the contest, and a majority of those were fourth graders, and they did really well. So our fourth graders have a lot of interest.
Well, we have a lot of winners here from time to time. I think our groups in Wilson County compete well, and we
They do,
We
yeah.
have a lot of people who place high, don't we?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we turned in 8 portfolios in the junior high division. We haven't turned in that many in a while. And that's like where they take the old time 4-Hers call it record books. They've changed it to the term portfolios. But it's, the record of their 4-H project. It takes a lot of time, their pictures and all the things that they're doing. And we had 8 turn those in their project areas, and all 8 of them placed in the top 3 in the that grade level, the 6th or 8th grade, only goes to the regional level. But I think that's still pretty good for all of Middle Tennessee, for them to all place in the top 3. So that's really exciting. We've got a couple of senior high portfolios that are still being graded on the state level. But, that's 10 kids that have turned in that level of project work. So
Okay, anything you want to add to that?
June is also Dairy Month, and we have a Dairy Month chairman this year, Addison Brummett. She is our June Dairy Month chairman, so you'll see her sporadically talking about dairy throughout the month on hopefully some social media and passing out some stuff around town and in the newspapers.
Yeah, I'm not sure we put as much emphasis on June Dairy Month as we once did, but it's very important, and we all need our milk. That's for sure. All right, we got 30 seconds here. Today is the deadline for signing up for camp, 4-H camp, and that is not only the camp in Crossville, but the day camp to be
day
here.
camp. Yep.
And if you want more information, I guess you can call the extension office. You come by there and register and pay, and it's all got to be done by 4:30 today.
Today is the deadline.
All right, Leah Piper, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Good to see you. And Morgan Beatty, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That is part 1 of Coleman and Company. We hope you'll keep it here for more. FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to our friends at Bates Ford and the Works Vehicle Checkup. They'll make sure your vehicle is ready for any road. $49.95 up to 5 quarts of oil, tax and disposal, tire rotation, safety check too. 1673 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. A lot of people off this week. Traffic volume just now starting to pick up on 24 out through the Hickory Hollow area. We've been in pretty good shape so far, coming out of Wilson County through Mount Juliet on I-40. All that traffic headed towards the Hermitage area. Glen Rose at East Thompson Lane. Hopefully that wreck will be out of there in just a few more minutes. They got one more vehicle to get out of your way. Hey, Gatlinburg Wine Cellar, it's home of the world-famous cotton candy wine. Check them out today at GatlinburgWineCellar.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
This is Philip Etherly with Absolute Rental and Supply. Whether it's cleaning, painting, remodeling, or simply getting better organized, we have the tools and equipment to get the job done. Scaffolding, paint sprayers, ladders, power saws, portable heaters, temporary lighting, generators, hardwood floor staples, from wallpaper steamers to bulldozers, Absolute Rental has what you need. Call 615-443-RENT. Absolute Rental and Supply. We have what you need.
Partly cloudy skies for this first day of June. Look for a high of 89 degrees, and we can't rule out a stray thunderstorm this afternoon. Storm chances increase for Thursday with a high of 80 degrees. We should be dry Friday and Saturday.
This weather forecast is brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. That's a look at your forecast. I'm number 1 Ned.
Coleman and Company, welcome to part 2. It is a Wednesday and time for us to talk about Herc Rental, formerly Absolute Rental and Supply. And Keith Ely is here this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Good to see you, of course. And, of course, you are located 1325 West Main. We're at the same location for almost 21 years. 21 years this month that Philip Etherly actually started this. And just last month, it became Herc Rental. Yes. And you're the man here to overseeing things. And Philip is still working with you, but he's not with us today.
No, he's actually out of town today. So, yeah, we partnered with Absolute, and it's going very well. I want to thank everyone in Lebanon, the whole city. Everybody's been open arms, coming in and seeing us still, as always. Our hours are 7 to 5. So, and then Saturdays we are open from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I think you're trying to continue carrying on a lot of the tradition that Philip has established there, especially as far as customer service and taking care of people's needs. But because you are Herc and because you have a lot more to offer, really, and are going to be having more things, especially, I think, for contractors and maybe some bigger items than have been there in the past. Is that right?
Absolutely. We are growing. Like I think I said a few shows ago, but we have 312 locations right now and continue to grow. but we offer from, what Philip has did here with Absolute Rentals is very incredible. And so we're not wanting to take away from that anyway. We're just wanting to add to it. So for an example, we have a pump and power division. We have a full flooring division that's based out of our Nashville location that we plan on actually bringing some of that fleet into the Lebanon area for all the Lebanon people. And anything that you are going to need, we would be able to bring it in for you. That wouldn't be a problem.
Well, the location's always been great, really, and there's been enough space there for just about anything I think you needed to do. In fact, maybe a little space that you're going to utilize that hasn't been.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. We're planning on filling the yard with equipment for people to rent.
Well, you still, as far as going to the website, has that changed?
So the website for us is hercrentals.com.
Okay. That's rentals with an S?
With an S, it is plural. So
HERC, rentals, RENTALS.com,
Yep.
hercrentals.com.
Yes, you got it right.
All right. And I suppose that just about anything that you have to offer is there on the website, and maybe the price for rental and this sort of thing?
It is. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to us and we can explain anything. We do carry catalogs at the location here. And they're a very good catalog, gives you a full detail of everything we do carry.
Well, for some people that are as old as I am, you like a catalog better than you like having to surf the internet.
Seems like that's the way anymore, right? Go right to the internet.
Maybe other people have gotten so used to that a catalog is obsolete, but whichever way you want to do it is fine.
Absolutely.
And your phone number is, I think, going to remain 615-443-RENT.
It's so catchy. Yeah. We can't change that.
Right. Well, it's worked for 20 years, so we don't want to change it.
Yep.
615-443-RENT. But as far as the procedure goes, it's pretty much the same. If you get on the internet or go to the catalog and see what is there and find something that you need or that you're looking for, then call the phone and reserve it. Of course, if you need it today, maybe it's available, but the idea is to call 2 or 3 days ahead so that it will be there, right?
That is correct, especially going into the summer. If things get busier, tighter, we are going to find a way to take care of you, though. One way or another, we are going to find a way to take care of everybody.
Any particular hot items you want to mention this morning?
One thing that I think Philip always wanted to bring in that he may not have been able to for multiple reasons, but we are going to start carrying bigger booms, bigger excavators. So if you're looking for a 200 excavator, we have multiple units ready to go on rent here at any time.
Well, I guess contractors would probably be one that would more likely rent some of those bigger items. Not to say that an individual wouldn't, but it'd be more for contractors, wouldn't it?
Yep, and Lebanon's growing, so there's definitely a need for them, and we are still going to carry the pine straw and the gravel and all the sealers. Everything's going to stay the same. We're just adding to it.
Right.
So anything you needed, and one other thing I wanted to say real quick, we are looking for 2 yard people, a sales coordinator for inside sales, and for a driver still. So if you have a kid just graduating, not sure what he wants to do, have him come down and see us, please.
Well, that would could be a good summer job here. Maybe even somebody that might be going to college, although it sounds like you're looking for somebody that wants a permanent job.
Yeah, but you know what? We do work around people's schedule. I definitely would be willing to do that. I never want to see a kid not go to college. So if you have a kid and looking for a great job, and he could go through college and then continue on his career with Herc Rentals.
Right. Well, one thing again, the warm weather here, it's time to get those pressure washers, do a lot of cleaning, and also if it's concrete or something you need to seal, you've got the sealer that you need. And I know you're still carrying what you've been doing, and it's good because I've used it, and mine still looks good from a year or 2 ago. Well, Keith, anything else you want to tell us before you leave this morning?
I just want to thank everybody for coming in and being open arms, and and come in and rent. If you need anything, please stop by and see us.
All right. 1325 West Main. It's now Herc Rental, and Keith Illy is the man in charge. 615-443-RENT. Thanks. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Thank you all.
Okay. We're about 21 minutes before the hour, and I have invited G.C. Hickson to come and be my guest this morning. He's been the director of JECDB, the Joint Economic and Community Development Board, for a long time. And G.C., good morning. Welcome to our program.
Good morning. It's good to be here again.
Now,
Your place looks great here. It's got completed, and it looked
I'm
great.
glad you mentioned
Yes.
that because we have had a lot of decorating
Looks
going
good.
on, and
Yeah.
a lot of new furniture, new equipment, and
Same
we're
old
not
people,
through,
though,
we're not
right?
through yet, but we're getting there. But there was an announcement. We're going to get to what you came here to talk about
Okay.
in a minute, but there was an announcement not too long ago that you, G.C. Hickson, had decided it was time to retire, to hang it up. Now, that is, you're still planning, you're still there, but is the date in sight yet?
No, we'll meet in the morning. The mayors meet first Thursday of each month, and we'll work on a date that's good for me and good for the community. And, I would think the end of October, end of the year or something, depending on how much they want me, how quickly they want me to get out of there or what we need to be doing. So,
Well, it's been I think it's been a great success for you and for Wilson County and the cities that are involved. And I mean, I knew that you were approaching retirement age or whatever. Whether you and I had ever talked about that or not, but that it comes that time when you're ready to go sit under the shade tree or do something else. But when I saw that, I was thinking they're going to have to look hard and long to find somebody to take his place and do the job he's done.
well, you're kind to say that, and we go back almost 17 years now. Even as we still pay on that long-term insurance policy that you helped us with first couple of years. So it's a great community. It came up through Statesville and Noreen and all that place. I make that trip up through that way a lot in the mornings. And what a beautiful place it is. And I've been blessed to be in Wilson County and just a lot of great folks.
Well, I think we've been blessed to have you. And one of the things, really a significant change, I think, that took place not too long ago is when you moved the office from over near where City Hall is over to the airport.
It's been a great move. It's a great facility. Heather Bay does a great job running that facility over there, and it's a great place for people to jump off the interstate, a great place for the state and corporations to fly in, and so it's been a real plus for us. And the city did a really good job on that building.
For the most part, your office is operated with 3 people, hasn't it?
That is correct. Tammy Stokes, Assistant Director, has been there over 20 years. We have a secretary and then myself. So it's a small staff.
And when I first met you and went in the office there were 3 people.
That's
not
that's
the
what
same
we've been.
3, but
Well,
2 of
Tammy
you,
and myself,
two
yeah.
of the 3, I think, were.
Yeah, right.
So maybe that says something about the good job you've done as well. You've been able to do what you've done with a very small staff.
Well, it's we appreciate that. We value the public funding from the 3 cities in the county and try to spend it wisely, and hopefully we've done that. Great audit reports for 17 years that we've been there, so we're proud of what we've done.
All right. Well, the board will determine tomorrow, perhaps, how much longer you're going to be sitting in your seat. But I got an idea. It doesn't make that much difference to you. 3 more months here, or whether it's 3 or 6.
It sort of depends on some projects that the mayors have us working on and what roles we need to take in that, and we'll certainly take our lead. But it probably takes a 2 or 3 month process to go through the advertising and selections and giving somebody time to move from where they are to get here. So that's what we'll do.
The purpose for your visit this morning wasn't really, you have a new report that you're going to be talking about. And you sent me a copy on the internet. I reviewed it a little bit. It's really interesting, and we have come a long way. You have seen so much change in the 17 years that you have been here, and we continue to grow. And growth is the name of the game. And I know you've got some statistics and some information you're going to share with us here this morning. But overall, isn't this a very good report?
It's a great report. It's a summary of what our locations of last year, number of sales of homes, population increases, the tremendous increase in sales taxes. So it's just sort of a summary. It's that elevator speech. It's the one piece of paper you can give somebody for us that still need paper in our hands to say, this is who we are, and it's a great story. So I'm still a guy that likes to hand somebody something.
Right.
So that's what it is.
Well, we're going to let you hand our audience a little information from this, whatever we can get in after we come back from our break. G.C. Hickson, JECDB is here, and this is Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways at 744. This update brought to you by Bates Ford. Get $50 off $250 repair offer to owners of 4 to 10-year-old Ford, Lincoln, or Mercury vehicles. Bates Ford, 1673 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. It's busy as expected this time of the morning on 24 westbound here at Hickory Hollow Parkway. Watching that traffic just now starting to pick up out here, coming in from Rutherford County through Davidson County. Traffic's busy, but it's moving 65 south at Trinity Lane. Still looks good coming through the Jolton area. We always keep an eye on that. That traffic can get pretty heavy at times on 24 East there at Whites Creek Pie. Prince's Hot Chicken now hiring at all their locations. Check out that menu today at princeshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
This is Bob McDonald with Cedar Stone Bank. For 17 years now, we've been serving our communities in Lebanon, Mount Juliet, and Donaldson. We can serve you in the way that best fits your needs. We have all the banking technology, we have beautiful buildings, but more importantly, we have great people. On behalf of our board of directors, I thank you for banking with us. If you don't currently bank with us, please come by and visit us in any of our locations. It would be our pleasure to talk with you about how simple banking is simply better.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Coleman and Company, thanks for joining us. And if you just turned our way, we thank you, and we're glad to tell you that G.C. Hickson is with us this morning. Over the years, we've had you here, I guess, on average, maybe a couple of times a year. You haven't been what I would call one of my regulars, but you've been available when we needed to get the word out or to just let people know a little bit about what you were doing. And I appreciate very much you letting me know about this report and the opportunity to have you here to talk about it. And I know you've got a lot to really share with us, and I'm not going to ask a lot of questions. I want you to just tell us how great we are.
You can get your new cup of coffee. How's that? And I don't want to bore everybody, but we had a really good year. We had 11 different announcements last year, 6 of those in manufacturing, 5 in the logistics. And the mayors talk about that, but the REI project, distribution, the Trinium company that makes battery chargers. We had another Per Mobile announcement that makes manufactured wheelchairs, and Sunrise Medical that spun off of that and has another 100 jobs there. So our job base last year was very diverse. People think that maybe we only do logistics projects, but about 60% of the projects last year was in manufacturing. Linex, the spray and liner company, came here. They brought the research and development division out of Texas, and we'll be doing a lot of research in that area. So some really, good projects. We said 11 projects. We had over $500 million investment. We had over 3,500 jobs. Now, the employers out there going, GC, slow down. But if you take a look at our housing and what's going on and the people moving into the area and the increase in population, people are moving here and they're needing jobs. So we're continuing to fill that. Our unemployment rate in March of this year was 2.2%. We're in the lowest 5 of the state every month we've been here. Morgan County, Lynchburg is always number 1 or 2, Williamson County, and we're usually the 3rd or 4th lowest county in population. So those are, we think we're where we need to be. We know it's difficult to find employees. I think participation rate, I think government incentives and checks and things of this nature last year kept those participation rates down. We'll think we'll see that to change. But over 2010 to 2020, we had a 29.6% increase in population in Wilson County.
We grew by nearly 30%.
Yeah, over a 10-year period. 60% growth in Mount Juliet, 47% in Lebanon. Tennessee had an 8.9%. The U.S. had a 7.4%. So, I mean, the realtors here can tell you we're 10th largest county in the state of Tennessee. I think that's a good place to be, especially when you consider the 4 major metropolitan areas in Williamson County and some places like this. So, we're not rural, we're not urban, but we're a good mix between those two cities. Now, Kenny and then Mayor Bell can say we're, but basically we're within 500 people or 1,000 people between our 2 major cities. Right. That's 80,000 people within about 15 miles of each other. Those are good numbers to recruit office and retail and things that we want to do. So, tremendous increase in population. Commercial permits, Lebanon had 60, Mount Juliet had 55 permits last year. Single-family homes, Lebanon 1,256 last year, Mount Juliet 609, 3,484 homes sold in Wilson County last year. 3,500 homes changed hands. Average market, 11 days. That's how active the economy was in this community last year. All good numbers. So, average price of house, $417,000. Now, those are good numbers, but we have to address, affordable housing and things of that nature in an economy that we're in. So, great residential growth, great population growth, housing. As the mayors would say, our tax collections and sales tax was tremendous. Total about 36% increase in 21 over 20. We had $25 million more dollars in sales tax collections in 2021 over 2020. Now, part of it stimulus funds and things, disposable income that people had, but that's way above what the state average is and way above what the national average was.
Some of that could have been to the tax increase, or I believe that would have
the
been
stimulus checks and things of that nature. Yeah, we'll see in 22, but so much of it goes with that residential growth and commercial growth.
That's a tremendous bump in taxing.
It's a spike. Now, let's see over the next couple of years as interest rates goes up and how much disposable income is in the market. But I don't see a great decrease in that. But those are great numbers for the mayors and Kenny and people like that for us to talk about. There's income in this area. We need to address, we need these restaurants and we need commercial developments. And we have population growth, residential growth, and we have disposable income here. Those are the stories we talk about all the time.
What when somebody is choosing Tennessee to move to, whether it's industry, business, whatever, somebody that's going to maybe relocate here or start up here, how enticing are the numbers that you've just given us, and how do we compare with other places that they might be looking at?
Well, it's interesting. One of the gentlemen that did the tritium battery, a consultant that did the tritium battery project here in Lebanon, a guy named John Boyd, was his father, and John Boyd Jr., his son, did an article for one of the major location studies saying Mount Juliet is the #1 listing community for future corporate locations. And he based it upon these things: population growth, housing costs, closest to the airport. So I think we're trending in these ways. people, when they contact us, they've done a fair amount of homework. You really don't find anybody in the old days that I think I need to be in the South, and Tennessee's in the South, right? When I worked at the state, they know your numbers. They like to know why that we have to explain. But they know the numbers of your community when they get here. You've already been screened, so the numbers here, and that's why we talk to them and have such a good story.
Now, I know you're not going to be as concerned once you leave your position here, but thinking ahead anyway to, say, the next 5 years, what can we expect? Are we going to continue to grow? Are people still going to want to locate here 5 years from now as much as they are now, it seems? I mean, I hear these stories all the time about people maybe in California, Ohio, Illinois, places like that, wanting to move here because of our low taxes, for one thing, and no income tax. And the property, although to us it's increased substantially, to them it's nothing like what they're paying, especially in California, for housing.
And that's what's amazing. And, Medina and those folks come in here and they're buying property unseen. Now, I think that will slow some, but one, my heart's going to remain in Wilson County. I may be located someplace else, but I'll always listen to you in the morning. I'll listen to you every morning driving in, so I get that summary. So I'm not really leaving Wilson County, just doing something different. But yeah, I do, because of the infrastructure, conservative government at the county and the city levels. You have some areas that can't handle the growth because of infrastructure, but that's not the case in Lebanon and Mount Juliet. We didn't even talk about the school systems. But when you look at, the tremendous jobs that the superintendents have done here, our graduation rates are 96.3%. The state average is 88. Graduation rate 98.1% at Green Hill High School, Watertown 95. So people are moving here, quality of life. I don't see a change in our climate or our infrastructure or so I do see us continue to do that.
Well, by the way, I've got to put this in here. Watertown baseball team, #1.
That is correct, and congratulations to them.
Right.
That's a tremendous accomplishment. Yeah. So that's we're home of the state champions too. So that's okay. But will it change? Yes. The manufacturing has changed. We see less number of maybe employees, but higher skill demands. The Wilson Works program here has to continue to work to match skills with the school systems to what the employers need. If we can do those things, we'll continue to have opportunities. But it's just like residential development. We're running out of, quote, industrial land. And the realtors would like to have all type of homes to sell. I'd like to have more industrial property. And we have to depend on developers to do that. We also have to depend on developers to do office buildings and transitional stuff. And that's occurring now. Legacy development, about 50 or 60 acres. It's off Beckwood Road, when off the right as you go into, that's going to be sort of an office, upper retail development. We got the Cumberland Center that's had a couple of false starts. Yeah. That's going to be a great opportunity. Property at Hartman Drive, that now you have a lot of residential development. So
you anticipate that really coming to the forefront?
I think we're going to transition into some other higher, hopefully executive type jobs, white collar jobs. But the developers right now say, GC, I don't know what to build. Will people go back to the office? Will 70% people will go back to the office? Now, I know what to build in Williamson County. I can build a 3-4 story office building and think I'm okay. But what do I build in the outlying areas? Because the employers can't tell you what that's going to be like. 2 days in the office, They're going to have a residential development that they come in and walk to the office and have all the retail around it. So there's a great transition of professional office jobs that the people are trying to figure out because of the last 2 years of COVID.
We're about to run out of time. I'm wondering about Watertown and the eastern part of the county, what the potential is there.
I think some major road projects going down Sparta Pike is going to help. When you look at their numbers, not as dramatic as some of the other increase, but their census went from 1,550 from 1,400 to 1,600. They have growth there. Mike Jennings, mayor, does a good job there. I think they're still available. I'd really like to see that locomotive turnaround project get funded. I think they have a real niche there. So.
Well, we got 1 minute to kind of wrap it up here, and Mo, you've had a lot of good information for us.
Well, thank you for doing that. I'd just like to close. I appreciate what this station has done for letting us to be there for Coleman. Your friendship. I might be back out here before, but I look back the Paul Abercrombie's, the Gilbert Graves, the Billy Patton, Nelson Steed, my chairman for 20 plus years. Mayor Dedman, Mayor Fox, Craig Head, Mike Jennings, even Mike Justice, chairman of the budget committee, never really bought into this incentive program, but he go, if you think that's what we need to be doing, I'll support. So I look back of all those years of Sue Vanetta that I worked with at the state and here. I just appreciate for what they've done for this community, and I thank them. And I look forward to what remaining time I have here, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here. It's been a real blessing for me.
Thank you, and I hope that before you actually leave office, we can have you back one more time. But
we'll come back and talk about Kittrell High School and all the old days and playing in the
and
old
the boys
gym.
from Cripple Creek.
And the boys from Cripple Creek. That is
So
true.
you were one of those.
Yes, sir.
J.C. Hickson, my guest this morning, chairman of the Joint Economic Development Board, JECDB, and that's it for Wednesday. Join us tomorrow for Coleman and Company. Till then, I wish you a wonderful day.